Musk is buying up Twitter, and I feel like things are getting better in some ways. I know there's still a lot of things up in the air, and you don't know. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. What is he going to do? Where's his line? Does he have a line? There's a lot of good questions being asked on Tim Pool's show on Monday. It was really good. I really enjoyed watching it, and a lot of good back and forth, a lot of good questions. A lot of people were saying a lot of good things, a lot of good questions, and especially the stuff that Ian was saying, and I get it. And my thoughts are, we'll see. Very similar to what Tim Pool is saying on Timcast, and there's not a lot that can be said except for that it's pretty complicated in some ways, but it should be rooted on some fundamentals, like as far as like the debates go in regards to what is ultimate free speech. But then you have like private property. Then you have like public property. And if I own land, that's my private property. Hypothetically, if you had private property, does anybody really have private property? That's another question, because it's like if the government has the ability to go onto your land because there was a murder or something, then is it really your private property? And the answer is not totally. So the concept of private property is not totally there anymore, because things are different. And some of it may be okay if you agree, if you have some kind of contract between you and the state, between you and the police. So there's a lot of things that may be happening, especially in America, in regards to the different laws, the differences between local government, state government, federal government. There's separations of power and stuff, and so a lot of different things are happening at the same time. Oh, gotta make sure my microphone is on. Look, I'm hitting my microphone. I'm not hitting Hulk Hogan. So I'm just thinking, I like private property, but then it's like your body is your own private property, and when your private property comes in contact with my private property, then that becomes a conflict in a way. There's an overlap. There is a little bit of a question mark, because when two things are running into each other, then who is the king of that? Who decides? And that is the purpose of a court. When there is intersection between private property, and for the most part, you should have some kind of hierarchy, some kind of way of determining that you're the one that has some say. Like you go to a business, they have the ability to say, we don't want to serve you. You go to McDonald's and they say, oh, we don't want to serve you. But then if you're a protected class, then they might be able to win in court. And I'm not saying that there should be some kind of protected class. I don't like that idea, but apparently that's how things are right now in America. So it's like, that's That's how things are. It is what it is. So I'm thinking, how would you want to have a website? How would you want to have a free speech website like Twitter? And I say it really depends on the foundation that you're on. If Twitter were to say, we will let you do anything, then they should. Not that they should, but if you say you do and you don't, then you're a liar. It's that simple. It's like, I don't know. It's like, you gotta keep yourself accountable. And I like what they do at Gab.com. That is a alternative. I'm on there. And I've been banned on Twitter, and I try to come back to Twitter, and it's tough, but it's a lot of people are on Twitter, and it's good to be there. It's the town square. You gotta simply state what the rules are. It's that simple, and then find a way to enforce the rules. And Gab.com does that, or that's what they say. And they don't say you can do anything. They just say, you can do this, you can do that, but you can't do this, you can't do that. And if you're able to draw a line, then that should be what you focus on, right or wrong. And it becomes challenging if you're Facebook, if you're Mark Zuckerberg, and you're like, Facebook is a platform for all ideas, and then you're like, just kidding, can't do this, can't do that. It's crazy. So just draw the line, and don't have two separate set of rules. It's that simple. Don't do selective enforcement of the rules. Enforce the rules equally, whatever they are, right or wrong. And it may also still be a question of, is it private property? Is it public property? Or what is it in regards to a website, and then also in regards to how it works on the internet, which is a whole nother question, which has to do with private property rights. It has to do with copyright. It has to do with different jurisdiction of laws in different states and in different countries. It has to do with all these different things at the same time. And that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to talk about. I think so. And I like decentralization. I like blockchain. I like crypto. That's what I want. On one hand, you want to be public if you want to be public. It's kind of what I do. I'm public. If you want to be private, you should be able to be private. And it's like, you kind of have to decide which one you want to be in. Are you a private person, or are you a public person? Sometimes people try to do both, but it doesn't really work that way. Not that you can't try. It's just, very hard, especially nowadays with how the internet works and everything. What's he gonna do, brother? It's me, Mario. You don't know the power of the dark side of the force. Oops, I did it again. I'm a fast hedgehog. I'm an angry bird. And I'm Joey Arnold.